how wrong I was about those 2.5 days. And I think really I only realized that when we got on the boat. That first day we were all okay, and then the second day in the morning when we saw him, he was not looking so well, and I asked him, have you slept? And he said, I'm fine, and then he started coughing. Maybe for the first time, I heard him say, I need to go. We got to Riyadh, it was so unreal for us because it was just desert everywhere, and I personally have never seen something like that. We were all in a bus, and in that bus we're all sitting and we can barely see outside the windscreen. And we're looking out and thinking, oh, everything looks a little hazy. It almost looks like mist, like an early morning fog kind of feeling. Only when you step out of the bus do you realize that it's not fog, it's dust, it's sand, it's like fine particles of sand. We see this sandstorm happening around us, and we don't know how Sadguru is going to ride the bike through this. I don't think any of us really considered what all he was breathing in, what all he was swallowing when he's riding the motorcycle. And I think really I only realized that when we got on the boat. So we took a boat from Oman to Jamnagar, and that was what I thought at least would be like a 3-day break for him, or a 2.5-day break for him. So we get on the boat and we're there for some time. We meet the whole crew, the captain, everybody. That first day we were all okay, and then the second day in the morning when we saw him, he was not looking so well, and I asked him, have you slept? And he said, I'm fine, and then he started coughing. When he spat it out, it was like balls of sand and mud in the phlegm, like not just little bit, some dust in the phlegm. It wasn't like that. You could see like particles of sand and mud that was coming out of his lungs. I never even knew that much sand can go into somebody's lungs and that it can come out like this. Seeing him cough up these, balls of mud, I don't know, has something happened to his lungs? Is it, is it like a serious thing? Do we need to get a doctor to look at his lungs? Like, what is the situation? I don't even know. All I know is he's coughing, he's losing his voice, he's not able to speak for more than a few minutes at a time. And even when he speaks kind of softly. But still in all of that, he is not saying anything. He is just saying, I need some time to rest. I have some writing to do. I'm okay. But you can see that he's not okay. Because he was running such high temperature, and because he was coughing and he couldn't speak. We didn't know how unwell or how well he was because he won't say anything to us. I realized that he had a very high temperature. Every time he coughs up, if we give him a tissue or something, there's particles of sand in the tissue. The second day we went out on the deck, and in the boat, that corner, that tip, we'd placed a small stool for him to sit. So he went there and he sat, and he was sitting on a stool, and he was there for some time. And maybe for the first time, I heard him say, I need to go. He got up, he held the rail all the way, and he walked back inside, and he went to his room. It was a little unreal to see that he needed the support of something else just to walk, that 10 or 15 feet, just to walk that distance. He needed the support of the rail to, make it back into the room. I was so uncomfortable with just letting him sleep alone in the room that I went and slept on the couch in his room, because I didn't know in the middle of the night if he gets up and something happens, nobody will be there to do anything. And it's a ship, and the ship is rolling from side to side. We were rolling 32 degrees almost back and forth. It was a rough journey for all of us, but for him particularly, because he was already unwell and you can't really rest because your body is constantly in motion. He would cough and we'd say, are you okay? Would you need this? He'd, no, I'm fine. And he'll take a minute and then he will continue doing it. It was very difficult to see.